Welcome to Global Glimpses, your trusted source for breaking headlines, global insights, and sharp analysis from around the world. If you're new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss an update. In 2022, China unveiled its third aircraft carrier, the Fujian, a vessel that would soon become the centerpiece of global naval discussions. The announcement sent shockwaves through naval circles worldwide, as experts scrambled to assess what this new titan meant for the balance of power at sea. Unlike its predecessors, the Fujian's sleek flat deck signaled a leap from imitation to innovation, showcasing a design that rivaled the world's most advanced carriers. This wasn't just another ship. It was China's bold declaration of intent to rival the world's top navies and to project power far beyond its shores. As of October 2025, the Fujian is nearing full operational status, having aced a series of rigorous sea trials that tested its capabilities in real-world conditions. Footage of aircraft launching from its deck made it clear, China's Navy is no longer just catching up, but is now setting new benchmarks in naval aviation. The Fujian's debut marks a dramatic narrowing of the gap with the U.S. Navy, forcing global powers to rethink their strategies and reassess their assumptions about maritime dominance. For decades, American carriers symbolized uncontested power at sea, patrolling the world's oceans as floating fortresses of influence. Now the Fujian, packed with cutting-edge tech, from advanced radar to electromagnetic catapults, challenges the dominance, especially in the strategically vital Indo-Pacific. More than just a warship, it's a geopolitical game-changer, signaling a new era of competition and ambition on the high seas. Built from scratch in Chinese shipyards, the Fujian reflects not only China's growing confidence but also its remarkable engineering prowess and determination to lead. The era of American naval supremacy is facing its most serious challenge in a generation, as the world watches a new maritime rivalry unfold. The conversation about naval power is no longer one-sided. China's voice is loud, clear, and impossible to ignore as the Fujian sails into history. An aircraft carrier is a mobile airport at sea, a floating sovereign base that projects power anywhere on the globe. Its true strength lies in its air wing, fighter jets for air superiority, early warning planes for surveillance, and specialized aircraft for electronic warfare and anti-submarine missions. A carrier strike group is a self-contained force, able to overwhelm most adversaries. Beyond combat, carriers are diplomatic tools and lifelines in disaster zones, delivering aid and reassurance without firing a shot. Their presence alone can deter aggression or stabilize crises. Building and operating carriers demands immense resources, advanced technology, and highly trained crews. Only a handful of nations possess them, marking entry into an elite club of global powers. The cost is staggering, but so is the influence. For any nation with global ambitions, a carrier is the ultimate symbol of reach and resolve. The Fujian's arrival signals China's entry into this exclusive league. The balance of power at sea is shifting. China's carrier story began in 1998 with the purchase of the Soviet-era Varyag, a rusting hulk that was supposedly destined to become a floating casino in Macau. Few believed it would ever sail again, let alone become the foundation of a new naval era for China. But behind the scenes, Chinese engineers and naval planners saw an opportunity to learn from the world's carrier powers and to jumpstart their own ambitions at sea. Instead, the Varyag was painstakingly rebuilt and transformed into the Liaoning, China's very first aircraft carrier. It served as a training platform, allowing China to master the complex art of naval aviation, everything from launching jets at sea to coordinating deck operations and logistics. The Liaoning ski jump ramp limited the range and payload of its aircraft, but it was a crucial learning tool. It gave Chinese pilots and crews their first real taste of carrier operations, and every takeoff and landing was a step toward a more capable fleet. Building on those lessons, China launched the Shandong in 2017, a refined, domestically built carrier with a larger air wing and improved systems, though it still relied on the ski jump design. The Shandong marked a leap in confidence and capability for the Chinese Navy. These two ships formed the backbone of China's carrier force, training a new generation of carrier pilots and deck crews. Yet, despite their progress, they still couldn't match the power and flexibility of U.S. supercarriers. The arrival of the Fujian changes everything. This is a clean sheet design, featuring a flat deck and an advanced electromagnetic catapult launch system, technology that puts China in a new league. With catapults, the Fujian can launch heavier, better-armed aircraft at greater range, rivaling the capabilities of the world's most advanced navies. It's a leap that opens the door to new tactics and missions. The Fujian isn't just an upgrade, it's a revolution, the result of decades of study, relentless experimentation, and China's rapid industrial growth. It signals a new level of confidence and technical mastery. China is no longer just copying foreign designs, it's now innovating at the cutting edge, developing its own advanced systems and technologies. The Fujian marks the start of a new era for China's Navy, one where it can project power far from its shores and shape events on the world's oceans. The world is watching closely and recalibrating their own strategies in response to China's growing naval might. China's ambitions at sea are now undeniable, and its carrier journey is only just beginning. The Fujian's defining feature is its trio of electromagnetic catapults, tracks that launch aircraft with precision and power. These catapults are the heart of the ship's flight operations, representing a leap forward in naval aviation technology. Their presence on the Fujian signals a new era for China's Navy, one where cutting-edge engineering meets ambitious military strategy. Unlike old steam catapults, Unveils uses electromagnetic fields for smoother, more controlled launches, reducing stress on aircraft and allowing for a wider range of planes. This means less wear and tear on both the jets and the carrier itself, and it enables more frequent, reliable launches, crucial in high-tempo combat situations. China skipped the steam era entirely, jumping straight to this advanced tech, previously exclusive to America's newest Ford-class carriers. This bold move allowed China to close the technology gap faster than anyone expected, and to leapfrog over decades of incremental development. Developing Unveils so quickly highlights China's massive investment in military R&D. It's a testament to the country's determination to innovate, not just imitate, and to become a leader in next-generation naval technology. With Unveils, the Fujian can launch heavier, fully loaded jets and specialized aircraft, extending its reach and combat power. This capability means the carrier can support a wider variety of missions, from air superiority to electronic warfare and surveillance. This flexibility opens the door to new capabilities, including advanced drones and large early warning planes. The Fujian can now serve as a launch pad for the latest unmanned systems and sophisticated support aircraft, multiplying its effectiveness in any theater. The leap to Unveils is more than technical, it's strategic, signaling China's intent to compete at the highest level. It's a clear message to the world that China is ready to project power far beyond its shores. The Fujian's catapults transform it from a regional player to a global contender. With this technology, China's Navy can operate alongside the world's most advanced fleets. China's Navy is no longer just catching up, it's setting the pace in some areas. The rapid adoption of Unveils is just one example of how quickly the balance of naval power is shifting. The implications for naval warfare are profound. As more nations race to develop similar technology, the future of carrier operations is being rewritten before our eyes. The world's carrier race just got a new frontrunner, and the Fujian is leading the charge into a new era of maritime power. The Fujian's power comes from its next-gen air wing, led by the stealthy J-35 fighter. The J-35, China's answer to the US F-35, brings stealth and range, launching fully armed thanks to the Fujian's catapults. Its twin engines boost safety and endurance for over-water missions. Equally vital is the KJ-600, a large radar plane that gives the fleet eyes hundreds of miles out, something China's older carriers couldn't support. The KJ-600's airborne early warning transforms the carrier group's situational awareness and defense. Together, the J-35 and KJ-600 make the Fujian strike group exponentially more capable. China's carriers now rival the world's best in both punch and perception. The Fujian's air wing is a game-changer for China's Navy. The US Navy still leads with 11 nuclear-powered carriers, unmatched in range and endurance. China's 3 conventionally powered carriers need regular refueling, limiting their global reach. America's century of carrier experience gives it a deep well of operational knowledge. China is learning fast, but institutional expertise takes decades to build. Yet the technology gap is closing rapidly. The Fujian's Unveils and the J-35 stealth fighter put China in the top tier of carrier technology. While the US F-35C remains more advanced, the J-35 is a credible rival. The US still has more carriers and bigger air wings, but China's pace is relentless. The era of assumed American superiority is over. The high seas are now a true contest of innovation and ambition. China's navy is rising, fast. The race for naval dominance is on. Even as the Fujian makes headlines, China is already building its next carrier, the Type 004. Satellite images show construction underway, hinting at a ship even larger and more advanced. The big question: will it be nuclear-powered? If so, China's navy would gain global reach, able to sustain operations far from home for months at a time. Developing a nuclear carrier is a massive technical leap, but China seems determined. The Type 004 signals China's intent to build a true blue-water fleet, challenging US dominance worldwide. The future of naval power is being assembled right now in Chinese shipyards. The Fujian's deployment reshapes the Indo-Pacific's balance of power. Its stealth fighters and advanced radar planes give China a first-look, first-shot edge, forcing the US and allies to rethink their strategies. American carriers can no longer operate near China with impunity. The US may have to rely more on long-range missiles and submarines to counter China's growing reach. The Fujian strengthens China's hand in regional disputes, especially in the South China Sea and around Taiwan. It's a powerful tool for deterrence, influence, and prestige. As China's global interests expand, so does its need for a navy that can protect them. The Fujian is both a symbol and an instrument of China's rise. The Fujian is more than just China's third carrier, it's a turning point in naval history. By mastering advanced tech like emails and stealth fighters, China has closed a critical gap with the US. The world's oceans are now a contested space, not an American lake. China's rapid progress from Liaoning to Fujian is breathtaking, showing a nation determined to lead. The US and its allies must adapt, innovate, and strengthen partnerships to maintain balance. This is the start of a long-term strategic rivalry, not a prelude to war. How both sides manage this competition will shape the 21st century. As the Fujian joins the fleet and the Type 004 looms, a new era has begun. The sight of Chinese carrier groups far from home will soon be routine. The tide is turning and the world is watching.